What's up, Ragin Nation? How's it going? This is Alex Yu, and you're watching the DC edition of the Ragin Nation show. This is just a web series where we talk about all things that matter to me in the world of the DC Cinematic Universe. This is episode number 14, and we're going to first start off by talking about Green Lantern, the character of Green Lantern, and who's going to be playing the character of the Green Lantern. Now, the Green Lantern film doesn't come out for a very long time. 2020. That's the solo film of the Green Lantern. That's when it comes out. But it's possible that he might make his first appearance in the Justice League films. Now, I say films because there's two of them. Part 1 in 2017 and Part 2 in 2019. So that's when we possibly might see him first. But who's going to be playing him? It's still pretty early to know who's going to be playing him. There's been a lot of rumors, a lot of rumblings about who's going to play him. You know, a lot of actors even expressed that they would love to play Green Lantern. But we don't even know which version of Green Lantern we're going to get. Is it going to be the John Stewart version or the Hal Jordan version? Well, we've seen the Hal Jordan version played by Ryan Reynolds. Wasn't that great. Okay, now Idris Elba has expressed interest. Tyrese Gibson has expressed interest and really wants to play Green Lantern. And now Common has expressed interest in wanting to play Green Lantern. Now, if I were to choose between the three, I would take Tyrese Gibson out of the picture mainly because I think the other two choices, Common and Idris Elba, are two better choices. Tyrese Gibson, I've seen a lot of him, but I find that he plays the same character over and over and over again. I mean, we've seen him in the Fast and Furious franchise films. We've seen him in Death Race. We've also seen him in the Transformers films. And I find that he's playing the same character over and over and over again. I like Tyrese Gibson as a human being. I enjoy the roles that he plays, but it's not really that much different. Now, as for Common, I find that his acting abilities and his skills and talent as an actor has really evolved. A lot of his roles are very versatile, and I recently saw him in Run All Night, and it was more of a physical role, but still, I mean, it shows that he can do stunts, and I've seen him play dramatic roles. As for Idris Elba, he's a very, very solid actor. He's played all kinds of roles as well. Now, if we're looking for an older Hal Jordan, then yes, Idris Elba would be the choice. But if you're looking for something in between Tyrese Gibson and Idris Elba, I think that Common could play a pretty good Hal Jordan. All right, you know what? I'm going to put my vote for Common. All right, because I think that between the two, I think that he would be the better choice. All right, now we're not done talking about Green Lantern because there's another rumor going on about who's going to be playing Green Lantern, and that is Chris Pine. There's a rumor going around saying that Chris Pine would be playing the Green Lantern character. Now, if he were to be playing the Green Lantern character, I guess they would be bringing back the Hal Jordan character. Now, here's the thing. I think that Chris Pine totally has the charisma to play Hal Jordan. Okay, so I mean, if they're looking for diversity, bring in John Stewart. Now, if they're looking for to bring back the Hal Jordan character, then bring on Chris Pine. All right, but these are just rumors. Nothing is solid so far. In fact, it's still quite early. I mean, we're in the early 2015. Justice League doesn't come out till 2017, and I think we're going to start seeing more solid casting rumors closer to the end of the year. Probably fall at the earliest. Fall of 2015 is when we'll know for sure who's going to be playing the Green Lantern character at the very, very earliest. Okay? So there you have it. That's what's going on with Green Lantern. Justice League Part 1 comes out in November 17th of 2017. Justice League Part 2 comes out on June 14th of 2019. And the Green Lantern solo film comes out on June 19th of 2020. Now, moving on, let's talk about Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad is one of the most highly anticipated films of 2016. There's a lot going on for this film. Even if you've never read the comic, the cast alone is really solid. And all these characters that are going to come together in the DC Cinematic Universe, that alone is already a really big thing. All right? Now, you guys know that I was pretty disappointed about Tom Hardy not being part of Suicide Squad anymore. He's not going to be playing the Rick Flag character. I was quite disappointed. I like Tom Hardy, and I think that he would play the role quite well. Now, we do have a replacement for Tom Hardy, and that would be Joel Kinnaman. I recently saw Joel Kinnaman in Run All Night. He was also in RoboCop, and he also played a supporting role in Safe House. Okay, Joel Kinnaman, you know, I don't really have much comment about Joel Kinnaman playing Rick Flag. I think that, you know, to be completely honest, he would be able to look the part and play the part because, honestly speaking, in RoboCop and in Run All Night, he played the same character. And that was pretty much, he was angry most of the time. And I can see Rick Flag played by Joel Kinnaman, and he's giving orders, and he's not really... you know, he's a very serious, take charge type of guy, a no nonsense type of guy. I could see Joel Kinnaman playing Rick Flag, okay? Because those are the same characters he played in those 3 movies that I've mentioned, okay? So that's your replacement for Rick Flag. Now, last week we saw the very first, I guess, a little bit of a hint for what Jared Leto is going to be looking like when he plays the Joker in Suicide Squad. He actually tweeted a couple of images of his new look, and he's prepping up for it because, you know, the movie comes out in 2016. They got to start getting the cast ready, you know, make them look right, you know, doing some makeup tests, costume tests, things like that, all right? Well, he tweeted a couple of images, and he showed off his new dude, and he's got his hair bleached blonde. And then, of course, after he does that, he's of course going to go through the whole green hair thing, you know, the dyeing effect, all right? Now, when I saw this photo, I first thought of one thing, and that is Fight Club. This is how he looked in Fight Club, you know, with the blonde hair, the bleached blonde hair. And you know what? He had this long hair Jesus thing going on for the longest time, and this is truly a different look for him, even though I've seen it before, but I'm so used to seeing him with the long hair and, you know, the dark brown hair and the mustache, the goatee. And so this is looking quite promising, okay? So I'm really, really curious and looking forward to his performance as a Joker, and I think he could totally pull it off. So that is our first look at the Joker, played by Jared Leto. And now, the latest rumor, well, actually it's not even a rumor, it's actually something that is official, and that is Joe Manganiello is in talks by Warner Brothers to play Deathstroke. Now, there's already a Deathstroke character in the Arrow TV series, all right, but this version of Deathstroke, along with the Suicide Squad, is completely different from the TV series. That's its own universe. The movies is its own universe. And Joe Manganiello is actually... I hope I pronounced that correctly. I rarely ever get a chance to pronounce his name. But anyways, he's in talks to play Deathstroke. And when he's in talks, when an actor's in talks, most of the time, in fact, more than 75% of the time, they're going to play the part. Especially if it's a comic book movie. Because if it's a comic book movie, a lot of these actors really, really want to play comic book characters, especially since, you know, that's the thing nowadays. This is the big thing which, you know, gives them the opportunity to have a big box office hit under their belt. So I'm pretty sure that we're going to get Joe Manganiello for the role of Deathstroke. Now, if you guys don't know how Deathstroke would come into play, Deathstroke would be one of their nemesis, or nemesi. Not a main nemesis, or not a direct nemesis, but at least he's going to be the competition. You know what I'm saying? So, there is going to be some of that competition there between the Suicide Squad, or at least one of the Suicide Squad members, and Deathstroke. All right, he's quite a formidable opponent, and Joe Manganiello, he could play the part. I mean, he's a very physical actor. We last saw him in a comic book movie when he played Flash Thompson. Okay, in the first Spider-Man film. Okay, so that's gonna be interesting to see him playing Deathstroke, and I'm actually all for it. I'm looking forward to it. So this is a pretty crazy lineup we have here. All right, so Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, Jared Leto as the Joker, Will Smith as Deadshot, Joel Kinnaman as Rick Flag, Jay Courtney as Captain Boomerang, Cara Delevingne as Enchantress, Viola Davis as Amanda Waller, and Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. All right, and possibly Joe Manganiello as Deathstroke. All right, there's of course going to be more actors cast later on in supporting roles, but the main cast has already been listed, and there you have it. That's all I got to say in this video. What do you guys think about anything that I've talked about? Let me know in the comment section below. Who do you think should play Green Lantern, and which version should we see? Let me know in the comment section below. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like me on Facebook, The Ragin Nation. Also follow me on Twitter, @RaginNation. My name is Alex. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace. Black Widow and Falcon. Okay, but we're getting Captain America. We're seeing the introduction of Black Panther. We're also seeing